Alrighty, this is Anatomy 1 for Daytona State College Muscle Physiology Review. A cell membrane has a resting potential of about negative 70 millivolts. So if we stimulate below that or subthreshold, we're going to get no force. But once we overcome that and get higher than 0.70 millivolts, we're going to see a little bit of a twitch take place. The stronger the voltage, the stronger the twitch. So let's go to like 4.4 volts and we're going to see a typical twitch. We're going to have three phases of our twitch. We're going to have a latency phase, a contraction phase, and then a resting phase. If we notice in the latency phase, no contraction is taking place, but this is where the acetylcholine is released from the axon terminals into the synaptic cleft, causing sodium ions to depolarize into the cell. This causes the inside of the cell to become more positive or the outside of the muscle cell to become more negative. This is going to send a negative volt across the cell, causing calcium ion channels to open in the sarcoplasmic reticulum, allowing calcium to come into play with the tropomyosin and troponin complex to allow actin and myosin to contract and move the sarcomere closer together. So there are things taking place during this latency phase, just no contraction. And at that point, if we clear this tracing and go to a multiple stimulation, we can actually stimulate a nerve once and have force being generated. But we can also stimulate the same muscle twice in a short amount of time, causing summation. This gives a greater force than what was previously experienced by a single twitch. If we stimulate it 3 times, we can see that the force is going to continue to rise greater than the initial twitch. If we ask the muscle to fire, let's say, 45 times in a second, we can see it's going to continue, and now we have something here called tetany. Tetany is going to be a sustained muscle contraction, but if we notice as we're continuously firing this neuron, contracting the muscle is eventually going to fatigue. The forces are not going to remain in their higher state because we're running out of ATP, we're running out of oxygen, we're causing lactic acid to build up, and all of these things, the muscle is going to continue to get weaker and weaker. Regardless if we recruit other muscle fibers, we cannot continuously hold the muscle contraction forever. And as a result, we are going to end up in our relaxation phase.